The project's titled Ceramic Tensegrity. It was a pavilion competition put on by Working Group 21 at IASS, the International Association for Shell and Spatial Structures. And they asked teams to submit an idea for a pavilion that used innovative materials or innovative construction techniques or new manufacturing techniques.
This competition came across from my international networks, and I looked at it and realized it was a great opportunity for my students. We could take an idea beyond calculations, bring in our architectural design on it, and then really focus on the details. I had all of the students in my class do that in pairs. And the project that my class thought was the best, we submitted to the international competition, and it got selected as one of the final 20 to go be built in Spain.
The main concept was using ceramic in tension. Ceramic is mostly a compressive material. It does really, really terrible under tension. So part of the project was about being innovative, and so this was kind of our way of being innovative with a different type of material.
The project takes on sort of a standard tensegrity dome form, but it uses compression struts instead of compression rods. And in order to do that, we had to think a lot about the connection design and how these compression struts were going to fit together, connect together in an easy way that was sort of manufacturable in our means of production.
From there, we picked materials based on lightness, because that was a big part of the project. We could only be a certain number of pounds. But as our project developed, the material was discontinued. We got our fiber in, which is our ceramic fiber. We had to have that specially made, and it breaks under any type of stress. So we had to create an entirely new way of connecting it, because originally we were just going to tie it all. And then we came up with a new material for the plastic we were using for the main compression struts.
I think it's easy to design something without thinking about how it's actually going to be built, without thinking about how it's going to be assembled. And that's where I guess a lot of that cost would come from. And so U of I given me the chance, I guess, to be exposed to that and sort of, and not even to do it for someone else's designs, to do it for my design. And so every single time I run into an issue or a problem, me and Shelby have ourselves to blame. And it's sort of, that makes it eye-opening, and it's a good lesson for the future, I think.
The first challenge is getting our pavilion through the airport, getting it set up, and we only have 12 hours to get it set up, as will the other 20 teams. Then the judges will walk around and look at it and innovative construction methods, structural efficiency, and overall design, right? So there'll be a team of judges that'll walk through and judge that. But I think part of the challenge, actually the main challenge for all of the teams, is to get it standing.
The conference itself was 4 days. There was about 3 or 4 paper sessions per day of about 70 papers being presented from people all over the world. There was also like whole speaker sessions where one of the big name engineers from around the world would lecture for about 45 minutes, and there's 3 or 4 of those every day. And then of course there was the judging sessions for the pavilions. That was one of the paper sessions where anybody could just come in and listen to the students and professionals present how they built this pavilion that they had and their ideas.
We are at this level now. I'm only a graduate student, and here we are built right next to people who do this professionally every day, and they have these very expensive labs, and it was cool to be put on that level. And the conference was really cool. It was something I didn't really know what to expect, and it was great being exposed to some of the best, I guess, engineers in the world, just seeing firsthand what are they working on, what's new.
The University of Illinois is the second oldest architecture school in the country. We're a very technical focused architecture school. So we're really interested in making things integrated and making a design in which you can't separate structure from architecture, but that they work together. And so seeing the quality of work and the quality of work our students produce showed that we should be at this competition regularly, that we're doing creative work like this all of the time, and the integration between design and architecture is something we specialize in and can compete at the highest level.
I wouldn't have done structural engineering if I didn't come to the U of I. I wouldn't have known this was something I love to do. So I think the U of I's program here of having a structural engineering specialty within architecture is super unique and a really good experience, because I do love both. Having the university supporting our project and us as we went to compete on an international level was a really unique opportunity and something I would have never had at another school.